recording.
Okay. So today we're going to learn about place value and decimal numbers. Who can tell me about decimal numbers? What they know so far about it?
It's a period.
Okay. So is that a decimal number then?
Decimal.
Okay, that's the decimal. Good job. So if I put a number in front of this, is that a decimal number then? If I put something behind it, it makes a decimal. What if I put a 0?
That's a whole number.
It's still a whole number. So a decimal number has to be something between 1, 2, 3, all the whole numbers. Something between that makes a decimal number. So if I have maybe 1.5, that's a decimal number, right? Okay. So when we're talking about place values, we want to be able to move the decimal from one place to the other, making a new number. So if we multiplied, say if we took, hold on, let me erase that. Where's the tissues? Oh, sorry. So if we took 5.0 and we multiplied it by 10, then which way do you think the decimal would move? That way.
To the right.
So to the right. So it would be 5.0 and we move it to the right, and that would equal 50, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then 5 times 10 is 50. If we multiply it by 100, how many times do you think we'd move it? 2. 2? Because there's 2 zeros, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you take 5 and you move it 2 places, and to fill that empty spot, you just add a little 0. So then that means that 5 times 100 would be 500. Okay, why do you think that is? It's because we're adding 10 to it. So when you add 10 to it, you make it go into a whole different place value. Here's an example of it in addition. Say we have 3,849. That would be like 3,000 plus 800 plus 40 plus 9. What if we took this number and we multiplied it by 10? So then it would be, we would add 1 0 to each of these, right? Okay, so then 3,000 becomes 30,000, 800 becomes 8,000, 40 becomes 400, and 9 becomes 90. What number would that make then? Does anybody want to come up and write it on the board? There you go. So while it looks like it's going to be a lot bigger than it is, really all we're doing is moving it 1 decimal place over and adding a 0. I'm going to write 4 practice problems. I want you to work on them in your by yourself, and then I'm going to call on one of you to come answer them on the board. Stop writing when you're done. Can you answer the first one for me? Second. And the third. Thank you. And who wants to answer the one that has most of the problems? It's a little more complicated. You want to try? Thank you. So does everybody understand this? Okay, I'm going to give you a little worksheet and I want you to work on 1A, B, and C, and then we're going to go on. Just so I know that you know what I'm talking about. And then there's also a way to do that with division. Say we have 7 divided by 10. Would we move the decimal place the same way, do you think? No. Which way would we move it? Okay. Why do you think that is?
What's the opposite?
Yeah, good job. Because division is the opposite of multiplication. So we take the decimal and we move it one place to the left. So that would be 0.7. And if it makes you feel more comfortable, you can add a little 0 in front of the point. You can go ahead and do it in your calculator if you want to make sure that's correct. I brought a calculator if you wanted to try it.
I'll try it. That's right.
Thank you. And it works because it undoes multiplication. I'm just going to write some practice problems on the board and I want you guys to come up and answer them. answer them? Okay. Answer number 1, number 2. Four. Sorry. Thank you. So now anytime you're dividing by tens or multiplying by tens, hundred, thousand, and so on, you know that all you'll have to do is just move the decimal place, which makes dividing and multiplying a lot simpler than that. I would like you to do some homework for me. You'll come up with your own problems at home and present them to the class, and the class has to answer your questions. I only need you to come up with 3. Okay, thank you. Have a good day.